cross-examination with swords. What we saw tonight.
Alright.
Oh boy.
Let's see. The delicious scent of mid-evening diner permeated the
I
air.
am not reading him again. I do not wish to. He is a very important person.
Hold it!
What time would that be exactly? Dinner time. When else would the scent of dinner be in the air, you stupid person? If not dinner time, do you see?
I don't understand, because I'm a baker. I only eat bread.
I only eat bread. Not so much. The sun had already set by that time. That should be adequate. The sun had already set. So you clearly witnessed what happened tonight, is that correct? I have been dubbed a witness, thus I must clearly have witnessed something. Do you not see?
But did you witness it or not? He didn't answer the question.
I am jobless. In that case, how much light was in the immediate area at that time? Enough to see the nose on my face, but not enough to see the trees ahead. Do you see? No, that doesn't add up.
Oh my gosh, this is terrible. This is gonna
Painful.
be really hard.
If the area was completely dark, then you couldn't possibly have witnessed anything. Do you see? Huh? Nevertheless, something caught my eye. It was the most ominous sight. Ominous is what that sight was? Okay, I get it. It was ominous. Poor form, sir, apprentice baker. Huh? I hate to disappoint you, but there was, in fact, light in the area. Huh? Take a look at this. This is a drawing of the crime scene based on the witness accounts, as penned by the court illustrator. The court illustrator?
We didn't know there was an illustrator.
I've never heard of that before. Sword!
We weren't aware of this evidence.
Look carefully. This shows what the scene looked like at the time of the murder. An illustration of the highest quality as always. Now then, we have established that by the time the murder occurred, the sun had already set. And so naturally, the defendant was carrying a fire-lit lantern, as you can see. A lantern? Eureka! Indeed! Yes, that is what I was saying earlier.
Yeah, sure it was.
There was a lantern! A lantern, I say!
I think that guy's lying. I don't even think he was there.
I am jobless, give me money. Oh, please, you totally forgot.
I bet he got paid by the court to come in there and say something.
To be honest, I did not imagine it would be necessary to present this, but... My lord, here's the lantern in question. This is what was responsible for the light illuminating the area.
More evidence.
Very well, the court accepts this into the evidence. I have a beard. A spell's lantern, added to the court record.
The glass is broken and covered in mud. Speaking of which,
Inquisitor Branham, in this drawing, the accused seems to be holding a milk bucket of sorts. What became of this? That is a strange case indeed, my lord. The bucket seemingly disappeared from the murder scene. The milk bucket disappeared, you say? This has been the talk of wolves living in the area nearby the forest. It is thought that they often make off with items they find on the ground. Yes,
how could a wolf pick
a wolf
that
is
up?
going to pick up a bucket of milk. Tasty.
How would he even pick it up? Oh, in his teeth.
Great, wolves that steal your stuff. Remind me to never set foot in that forest.
Oh my gosh. This is great, Nick. I don't know why. Oh, yeah, because we have new evidence now.
Ah, yeah. I guess you're right, Maya.
She's so positive. You know, Nick, you don't really look like some normal run-of-the-mill baker. I'd say you're more like a somewhat articulate run-of-the-mill baker. Good job, Nick. Yeah, I think you might even have a knack for being a defender.
There's a clear contradiction somewhere in that testimony, and I'm gonna find it.
Come on, Nick, let's do this. Looks great.
girl in Lyon. It looked like he almost pushed her to the ground.
Hold it!
Muggs was one of the two rogues, is that correct?
Yes,
Bah.
that's right. That man grabbed the girl's arm and pulled out a knife.
I forgot something.
Is something wrong?
Or was it Robs that grabbed the girl and had the knife?
Huh?
Can't remember. Oh dear. Now let's see. Muggs was the short one and Robs was the... Oh no, that's not it. I think it was the other way around.
My testimony is totally reliable.
Ah!
Humph! Well, it really doesn't matter which was which. Now does it? Defender.
Stop killing the goat!
Ah! I don't like you.
We're not friends anymore. Well, that's all well and good, but I was kind of just hoping you'd testify about the lantern. Honorable witnesses, please continue with their testimonies.
Okay, so you did notice that she didn't exactly remember that part.
I heard a faint voice cry out. The next moment, these two villainous men burst into flames.
Hold it!
Exactly whose cry did you hear?
Well, it was the accused. It was Isabela's voice, of course.
And did you get a good look at Miss Cantabella's face?
Yes, I mean, she was carrying that huge lantern after all.
You're only sure because all the other witnesses have just finished saying that they saw her with the lantern.
Exactly. They're just gonna repeat what. Yeah, that's why people are supposed to do one witness at a time, and then you can show contradictions in their story. But yep, Phoenix has got his work cut out for him because now they can just go off what everyone said.
I was there! Not a trace of fire to be seen in the area. Without a doubt, magic must have been used!
Hold it!
Isn't it a bit premature to assume it was magic? What an absurd statement! Say what? Think about it. The knaves were engulfed in flames in the blink of an eye! The blink of an eye! There was not a single trace of any other fire source to be found in the area! Not a trace! Did I hear that right? I think I just found a contradiction in his testimony.
A contradiction?
Oh,
he said there was
yeah.
no other fire source in the area, but wasn't there a lantern that had fire in it? Let's do this thing, Nick. Hurry up and present something already. Okay. Let's hit him with some decisive evidence.
Right.
Alright, so we'll just zoom through these.
Sorry.
Isabella was carrying a
Isabella
lantern.
was carrying a lantern at the time of the murder. Present the lantern. That fact definitely contradicts a certain witness testimony.
That's right, but even if we... Oh, we just had someone come to the door.
We
Just
just
a
had
minute.
somebody come to the door.
You want me to...
I think it's a package. Alright guys, here we go.
Alright, so somebody rang our doorbell and we are ready. Okay, apparently it was just a package. Even if we know what the contradiction is, where do we go from there? I mean, what can we do? We're just a couple of bakers after all.
Are we just a couple of bakers? No, Maya, I think you're wrong.
Huh?
I don't know why, but I feel like I know how to do this. If you're gonna speak up in court, there's only one thing that people will listen to, and that's evidence.
Alright.
I just have to prove and present evidence whenever there's a contradiction in one of their testimonies.
Yep. And we learned last time that there was a contradiction in the last guy's testimony. So we have to figure out evidence for that. Let's actually... I wonder if I can look at the court record. Okay. So here's the court record. This is the evidence we have. We have the lantern Isabella was holding. The glass is broken and covered in mud. So basically... I think they're trying to say, yeah, I think they're trying to say a spell murdered them with sorcery. So
Not them, and murdered the
murdered
two
the
guys who were
two,
trying to hurt
the
her.
two guys. So the lantern is broken and covered with mud. So I'm guessing the lantern must have gone out right away. Like, there's no way the fire could have burned them, but it's a possibility, but I don't know. And then accused. A spell of Cantabella charges the uses of witchcraft to burn 2 male victims alive. I'm kind of wondering if she's on trial for using witchcraft or trial for murder. Like, which is the thing that she's being burned for? Like,
Witch.
Being a witch is the worst of them, or maybe both.
Didn't you see that one lady get thrown into the fire?
Oh, just for being a witch? So even if we say that she just used witchcraft peacefully, she'll still get burnt then?
Yep.
Okay, so it's her using magic at all. Okay, so... Oh, and here's the different people. Mysterious old guy, totally detached from reality without a job. Witness, a flower girl who thinks only about leaving the court to sell her flowers. Mary, a farm near the market, seems to have fixation with the goat's milk. Nightle, the knight, knightly, passionate about becoming a knight, currently unemployed. The 2 victims, Robs and Muggs, and the defendant, accused of witchcraft and killing 2 men with a fire spell.
Okay.
Alright, so we're pretty sure that some of the witnesses weren't really there and didn't really see what happened. Okay, Nick, let's give their testimonies another listen. And also, some of their testimonies are not right, because that one lady with a sheep didn't remember which guy, grabbed Spella, and Nightle, they said there's a contradiction in his testimony.
Okay.
Alright, so let's do this. Alright, we're just gonna keep going.
Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, actually, let's get a hint. Should I get a hint coin here? I'll just do one just in case to get us started here. Alright, we know we need to present some evidence here.
Present.
Alright, so let's present... Alright, so...
Present the lantern.
The lantern, and we'll present it.
Da-da-dot. Da-da-dot. Dot-dot-dot-dot-dot-dot-dot-dot.
Looks like Phoenix forgot what he's supposed to be doing.
What is the matter, defender? Dot-dot-dot-dot-dot. Dot. Point. What is this feeling? I just felt the urge to shout out right from the bottom of my lungs while pointing my finger.
Objection!
Objection. I can't help but feel that's a word I've used quite a bit in the past.
What is this feeling coming over me?
That's it. I remember now. I remember everything. The Legal League of Attorneys exchange, Aspella's trial,
He's remembering!
and then the strange book.
Nick, you're remembering!
This feeling, I feel like I can take on the whole world.
More than a feeling.
Witness!
Uh-oh, it's on now. Phoenix Wright remembers who he is.
What else with the sudden pointing?
No, don't point at me, no!
I am soon to be a member of the Honorable Knights of the Inquisition. I accept your challenge. Have at thee! You say that no fire was present at the scene of the crime, meaning the defendant must have used magic. Unfortunately for you, that is not the case. What do you mean, Sir Apprentice Baker? What I mean is that the defendant was in fact carrying a lantern containing fire. Those 2 rogues were accidentally burned by the flame that was inside that lantern.
That's right, there was fire there.
That is the only logical explanation.
Ah! What?
My, what a startling conclusion you've come to, Sir Apprentice Baker.
It's not my name.
What did you mean? The only logical explanation. Do you agree with this statement, Honorable Witness? It is presumptuous for a man that knows nothing to claim that he knows something about which he really knows nothing.
I like that guy's voice. It's cute.
Huh?
Besides, how could one teeny tiny flame way be strong enough to set both ablaze like that? There were two of them. How could that flame engulf them so fast?
Ah. Furthermore, if they did burn as you claim they did, do you mean to suggest they were soaked in oil or something?
Yeah, but that's not for Phoenix to prove. He's just supposed to prove that she didn't do anything, and there's no evidence Spella did anything. This is ridiculous.
Oh.
They should prove that.
Well, Sir Blue Knight, it would seem you have bitten off more than you can chew.
This is a terrible courtroom. This is totally disorganized.
Ah! I definitely didn't see that one coming. What say you, my lord? Do you have any thoughts on the proceedings thus far? Given the testimony as we have heard it, this court has come to its conclusion. It was merely a gruesome and merciless act, an act for which one thing could be held responsible. The nefarious crime of magic!
Whisper, whisper, whisper! Oh, she's a witch.
Wait! Wait just a second. Is there something you have forgotten to mention, Defender? Not exactly, Your Honor. It's just that, you just said magic. That can't be right, can it? What are you suggesting, Sir Apprentice Baker?
There's no such thing as magic, Barnum. Everyone knows that. That's for fairy tales.
Witches use magic, which in turn brings about disaster. Such is the way of the world, is it not?
No, we use science and stuff, like fire and logic.
Well, yeah, that may seem to be the case. But no way is that actually possible. The court finds Spella Cantabella that you were charged with being a witch! Spella? A witch? A witch's existence in this world is a crime in itself.
Oh, there you go. That was my answer to the question.
The ability to use and control magic is a criminal offense indeed. As such, any witch found practicing magic will be sentenced by death by fire.
Sadness.
No, you're wrong. I'm not a witch.
Sir Apprentice Baker, I do not envy your current predicament.
I'm so scared for Spella. Nick, you have to defend her.
My lord, hand down your guilty verdict against this witch immediately!
No.
But there's no evidence to prove that any magic was really used.
That's right. There is no evidence that she did anything.
Put a sock in it, breadboard. We have all heard her cast a spell. Huh?
Yeah, this is a new thing.
That's right. Snowy and I heard it. Isn't that right, Precious? We heard that incantation quite clearly.
Huh?
That wasn't part of their testimony, though.
They keep changing
They
it.
can't keep adding it.
That frightened voice. There's no mistaking it. It was Spella's voice.
These ears do not lie. I clearly heard an incantation, most certain. Sinister. Ignize. It went. Ignize. Incantation.
Why do they all want to, burn Spella? That's so sadistic.
Nah, it's
Ignize?
a fun little thing. It's no good. I just can't wrap my head around this topsy-turvy, otherworldly court.
Come on, Nick, you can do this!
Well then, it would seem the defense has no further objections.
What? We have objections!
Very well. It appears so. The court finds the use of magic at the time of the murder to be an undeniable fact.
But just because someone said something doesn't prove they used magic.
Furthermore, the honorable witnesses have stated that they each heard an incantation being recited. The court finds no reason to delay its verdict any longer.
I don't like that judge. He's mean. Nick, we have to do something!
I know, but what exactly can we say? Here, in this world, our sense of logic is completely useless.
That's right, they don't use logic in this world.
Uh-oh.
This court is ready to hand down its verdict for the case of Spella Cantabella.
Wait, no!
Hold it.
Oh. Who's that?
Professor Leighton.
Uh-oh. Looks like they're gonna work as a team.
Your Honor, I request that the court hold its verdict a moment longer.
What is the meaning of this intrusion?
I have something I believe will be of use to the defense. A weapon of sorts.
Yes, Professor.
That's the Grand Grimoire. All of this world's magic is contained within its pages. Without it, this trial cannot reach a satisfactory conclusion.
The Grand Grimoire.
So, yeah. Anyway. Cool.
So long, Maya. We meet again, Mr. Wright. Well now, it seems that things are already afoot here, although the real contest begins now. Are you fully prepared? So, are you here to help us?
Of course! The professor always helps people in times of trouble. It is the duty of every gentleman, right, Professor?
Professor? There is a saying that I find quite useful in situations such as this. There is a time for words and a time for action. Right! You have been working as a baker in this town up until now, have you not? I must say, I'm a little mystified myself. I'd have expected you to be more familiar with this world and its system of magic. Yeah, how can I put this? I guess that's not quite the full story. Is that so? I kind of had an epiphany just now. I just remembered all sorts of things, like how I'm not actually a baker.
This game is making you talk so much, Kwing.
And, well, how magic can't really exist. Then, it would seem I was correct about you, Mr. Wright. You are not, in fact, a citizen of this town. Is that correct? Right. At least, it seems that way. However, for now, we have no option but to accept this world and its rules as reality. Without first understanding those rules, I'm afraid you will not be able to save Miss Cantabella. But things like magic only exist in fairy tales and make-believe.
Yeah, that's right, but we're in a fairy tale book.
I'm afraid, Mr. Wright, it would seem magic does in fact exist in this world. Such a truth cannot be denied. Indeed. That is why the Grand Grimoire is a weapon well suited for this witch trial.
It has all the rules of which the magic works in this world.
At the moment, you are tantamount to knight without a sword.
I don't know what that means.
I have a sword!
Indeed!
I feel more like an attorney without a chance, actually.
Yeah.
Right then, Mr. Wright. I'll explain how the Grand Grimoire works.
And, yeah.
Have a look at the touch screen. Here you see the Grand Grimoire button. Touching the Grand Grimoire button will open up the Grand Grimoire. Grimoire, whatever.
You will be able to present spells from the Grand Grimoire in much the same way you would present evidence.
Man, this game is a lot of talking.
Indeed. This book will surely be the most important asset for us in this trial.
It's okay, Kwing. We'll get you some nachos and cereal later.
Nachos!
It's okay. Yay! That's the happiest Kwing's been for a while. I should get you some nachos right now.
Oh, that reminds me. I've gone ahead and bookmarked the spell Ignite for you. Ignite, whatever. The spell Ignite has been bookmarked in the Grand Grimoire. Ignite? That's the magic spell of all the witnesses that heard it, right?
I want to say ignitize. That's easier to say.
Nick, you should take a look at that spell.
Just call it Ignite. All
Oh,
I have
that's
to
good.
do is touch the Grand Book button, huh? The defender has been given more than enough time. It would seem this trial has reached its end.
That guy is so ready to kill a spell.
Fire! Burn!
That is-
Barbecue!
Oh my gosh!
Crispiness!
These court people are the ones who are evil.
Is that understood, Sir Apprentice Baker? This case is quite straightforward with very little room for doubt. The witness's testimony, coupled with the illustration of the time of the murder, makes it quite clear what must have occurred. This murder was a result of magic. And furthermore, the caster of said magic was none other than the accused. Sword! That, Sir Apprentice Baker, is the truth. Best you go back to baking, for I believe your days in the courtroom have crumbled. Huh. Arr! I'm a pirate now. Is everything okay, Mr. Wright?
We can take him.
Yes! It would seem that photographs do not exist in this world. Photos don't exist? I guess that makes sense, ye old time period and all.
But then if photos don't exist, how do we know the person drew it correctly? We're just gonna have to go on faith, I guess.
The sketch drawn by the court illustrator. Therein lies your final chance, Mr. Wright. My final chance? I understand the witnesses have already finished their testimony. However, if you could perhaps find a clear contradiction within this illustration. There's another contradiction? In that case, there's still hope that I can turn this around.
Mr. Wright, you have to hurry. Look, the judge! Oh, he looks ready to deliver his verdict any second now.
This is it. This is my last chance. What should I do?
Come on, Phoenix! You can do this! The answer is point out the contradiction or give up.
Contradiction.
Contradiction? Are you sure, Kwing? Are we gonna do this?
Hold it!
1 second, Your Honor. The defense requests permission to have another look at the court illustration.
I'm gonna use a hidden coin. I forgot.
I think there might be a contradiction in there.
Objection!
You're already out of time. All testimony and evidence given thus far has been proven to be accurate.
That is so not true.
It wouldn't be so true, Inquisitor. Huh? There's just one thing you've overlooked. A piece of evidence within this book.
Oh, right. Wait a second. Oh, Grand Grimoire. Summons a circle of flame within 1 meter radius of the caster. Requires an incantation and a scepter to cast. Oh, you need a scepter. And she's not holding a scepter. Also, she would probably be burned alive herself. Okay, back. Alright.
The Grand Grimoire. Absurd. I overlooked something. You're the defender here. You should have examined the tome earlier.
We didn't have
You're right. I should have. But unfortunately, I was nothing but a simple baker until just now.
That's right, and now we're Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney.
Huh? Interesting. You've certainly begun to show your true colors, Sir Blue Knight.
Blue Knight, I like that. It's cool.
Sword! Let us see what types of knight you truly are. Have at you!
How about thee?
The defender will now show us this supposed contradiction.
There's no scepter.
The court illustration and the grand book. Somewhere there's a contradiction between those two, and I've got to find it. This is my last chance. Use this magnifying glass to locate the point of relevance. Then reveal to the court the location of the contradiction.
Fine. I think it would be here because she's not carrying a scepter.
It would be the bucket, probably, yeah.
Should I use a hint coin or no?
No.
Okay, let's try this.
Got it!
The contradiction is here. The hand of the accused, she appears to be holding a milk bucket. Yes, but that milk bucket was said to have vanished from the crime scene. It's quite possible that there's an important reason behind its disappearance. Inquisitor Bonham, what are your thoughts on this? It is quite a mystery indeed, my lord. However, the Inquisition believes it bears no relation to this case. It's absurd. Forest wolves simply came and stole the bucket, nothing more.
That's ridiculous! Wolves wouldn't want a bucket.
Let us not dwell on the milk bucket for the time being, Mr. Wright. Rather, we should first consider an information within the book that might lead to a contradiction.
I did. We said there's no scepter.
Our new piece of evidence. Maybe I should have another look at it. I do a hint coin.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
we're
have to
supposed
touch
have
the
a
book. That. Yes,
Summons a circle of 1 meter radius of fire. You have to use an incantation and a scepter. So you have to speak and you have to have a scepter. This is...
Hint coin.
Okay, it's not giving me an option for hint coin right now. Oh, it's really stupid.
My apologies, Your Honor. Please give me another chance.
What? Is he saying no?
Granted, but be warned. You're running out of chances,
Fine.
defender.
We'll use a hint coin.
The defender will now show us the contradiction. The court illustrated, blah, blah, blah. Somewhere there's a contradiction. Use the hint coin! Alright.
Fine, I guess it's that.
It's her hand, or the lantern.
He's grabbing onto her hand. Oh, maybe it's like because he's grabbing onto her hand, she couldn't use a scepter?
I don't know, let's try it.
I don't know.
The contradiction is right here. The hand of the accused seems to be holding a lantern. What is your point? Oh, that's Brangham. Blah. According to this tome, using the spell Ignite
Yeah, ignite.
requires the use of the witch's scepter, as well as an incantation.
I know, that's what we're doing with the other hand.
Isn't that right? Correct. For witches to use magic, they must be in possession of a witch scepter, also known as a scepter.
Yeah, Talia Magica or something.
If that's the case, then there's one thing that doesn't add up. Take another look at Miss Cantabella's hands. Tell me, do you see the witch's scepter in either of her hands?
Gasp. Mumble, mumble,
Ah.
mumble. Oh, I want to hear the court mumble. I'm not hearing it. Oh, there it is. Oh, this is new evidence. Oh.
There we go. Let's see you point that sword at me now.
You did it, Mr. Wright! But wasn't that contradiction just a little too obvious?
You may be right, Luke.
Ah!
It would certainly appear that the good Inquisitor is taking his particular oversight rather too well.
Yeah, he has stuff he's hiding. But we got him. We are Phoenix Wright.
That is correct, Sir Apprentice Baker. But you should not underestimate me.
Huh?
Huh? This is perhaps your first time seeing this item, is it not?
Scepter?
Right here is the very scepter you mentioned. One of the witnesses found it tossed in the shrubbery on the side of the path.
The shrubbery, Professor!
Ah, yes, indeed, that was I located it. My feet found themselves ensnared in the blasted thing and let me see flying through the air, and yes. Somehow, I'm not surprised to hear you fell, Gramps. This is the scepter that does seem to be carrying a most sinister air about it.
Yeah, but that doesn't prove that a spell had that in her hand.
Indeed, my lord. However, the scepter will only work while in the hands of a witch, with the incantation being said aloud.
Why don't we put it in the spell's hands and see if she can use it? Aw, that's too bad. I wanted to try lighting some stuff on fire, Nick.
I may.
Oh my gosh. Please don't look at me when you say that. Oh, wait, no, he says, please don't look at me when you say that.
You see, there are 2 magical gems set in the scepter. Magic gems? Looks like a red gem and a white gem. These gems each contain a particular magic spell. By simply looking at these magic gems, one can easily determine which magic spell can be used.
Nick, quick, look at this page. Okay.
Alright.
It says, requires an incantation, summons a circle of flame within 1 meter of the caster. I don't understand.
Is that the red magic gem? Indeed, the red gem you see here is the spell Ignite, and if you look carefully, You should notice that the scepter has one more spell that could be used. One more spell? That must be the white gem.
Genius!
Mr. Wright, I found it. Here's the spell for the white gem magic.
Right there! Dimir! Causes anything in the caster touches to vanish from sight. Simply chant Amir to make it then appear. Okay.
Okay.
Spell Dimir has been bookmarked in the Grand Grimoire, whatever.
Causes anything the caster touches to vanish from sight. Ugh. I see you managed to work it out in that crusty head of yours. That's just... It can't be. The reason the witch's scepter couldn't be seen is because the magic spell Dimir had it disappear? That's right! In other words...
But they're just saying all that. They didn't prove that she did any of that. That doesn't make any sense.
The accused conjured a counterly spell to camouflage her own use of magic. No. No way!
This is getting so tough.
Order! I love order! Inquisitor Barnham, please submit the scepter into the evidence.
Objection!
Hold it! Is there a problem, Sir Baker? Okay, I understand this is a witch's scepter. However, whether or not the scepter was in Miss Cantabelle's possession has not yet been proven.
Yeah, that's right, Phoenix. You got it.
What are you talking about, Sir Apprentice Baker? Isn't it obvious? I'm talking about fingerprints.
Oh no, he's gonna realize there are none.
Supposing Miss Cantabelle did in fact handle this witch's scepter, then her fingerprint should still be on it.
But there's no way to tell that back here in Fairy Tale Land. They're like, fingerprint checking? Wait, what am I doing? Oh.
You're holding everybody up with him.
Sorry.
What?
What? Huh?
What? What's with this silence? You said fingerprints! Inquisitor Barnham, tell me, just what is this Baker babbling about?
They don't know what fingerprints are.
I haven't the slightest clue, my lord. It is the Baker's first time in court, after all.
What? It is not!
Huh?
He's Ace Attorney.
No, that was wrong. I'm afraid it's no use, Mr. Wright. In this world, it would seem the concept of fingerprinting does not yet exist.
No.
What? I can't believe it! Ha! As I've already told you, best you head back to the bakery, lest you continue to serve this court more of your half-baked ideas.
I see what he did there.
Yeah, that was good. They're about half-baked as terrible puns, Barnham.
Yeah.
Forensic science does not have yet exist here. Instead, this is a world in which witches and magic are accepted as fact. Truly fascinating.
But terrible.
But terrible.
Magic Scepter needed to cast spells. The available magic depends on the gems.
Ah! What the heck? There's just way too many things I don't know about in this world. Mr. Wright, I believe you may be able to take these things you don't know and use them to your advantage. Huh? The Inquisition believes there's no room for debate on this matter. The accused clearly attempted to conceal her magic. Better luck next time, Sir Baker. Mayhap our next loaf will not leave. Although we have to leave, ladies and gentlemen, because our thing is out of batteries.
Well, in a little tiny bit.
It's got like
Okay.
5 minutes.
Leave a bitter taste in our mouth.
Bum. Now then, me lord, I believe it is time I ask what you render your unwavering verdict.
Objection.
What? Leighton? Pardon the interruption.
He looks so
May I
cool.
have a word, Inquisitor Bonham? What's that? Who might you be? My name is Herschel Leighton. I'm a friend of the accused.
Oh, yeah, we have to go.
What will happen next time, ladies and gentlemen, as Herschel Leighton addresses the court? Find out in the next Kwings Let's Plays live Let's Play. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and you can see past episodes at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and we hope you enjoy Tales of Zesty later tonight. God bless and happy gaming.
See ya!